What is going on, IF Warriors? It's your boy Edward V, and today we're going to talk about 5 ways to improve your OMAD plan. If you're not seeing the results that you want, or you're not seeing them as fast as you want, or if you feel somewhat lost with the program and you would like a little bit more structure, I'm going to tackle all of that in this video. Stay tuned. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump right into it with number 1. This is something that can definitely help you. If you plan ahead, it is much easier for you to complete this thing every single day. It's easier for you to do the OMAD protocol if you're planning your food that you're going to eat for the day. Think about it, you only have one meal for the day. It's not so hard to plan it. And if you plan everything and you set it up, you can even pre-cook it, have it ready for you, then you can break your fast without any anxiety thinking that you're not gonna make it, you're gonna go through your window, or anything like that. You can go ahead and have it prepared early before your time to break, and then once it's your time to break, you can then go ahead and eat your meal without having to rush or scramble for something to eat. I can't even tell you guys how many countless times in which I'm either stuck in traffic or stuck at work or in the middle of some sort of activity or something, where by the time it's like around the time for me to eat, then I end up doing a longer fast than I wanted to because I didn't have anything prepared. Once I started preparing things in the beginning, before I even got there, it made everything much easier because all I had to do was grab it, put it down, and start eating. And a lot of you might say, well, you had a longer fast, what's the big deal? There's no problem with that, but then it starts getting a little annoying when you realize that you have to shorten your fast the next day because you want to do your 23-hour plus fast. So if you normally break your fast at 3, but you were pushed all the way down to like 7 to eat, then that means that you're gonna have a shorter fast the next day. That might just be the sacrifice that you have to make, but you don't want to constantly have to make those sacrifices. So go ahead and plan your meals ahead of time. The Warrior Diet OMAD Splice Plan. This is a thing that I do a lot, and I definitely recommend you guys do it. I want to call it the WarMad, where it's the Warrior Diet time frame with the 1 meal a day premise. So basically, you have the 4 hours, which is the Warrior Diet, the Fledge Fitness Warrior Diet, which is the 4 hours, and within that 4-hour range, you want to ensure that you're eating just once, but you have the freedom of 4 hours to eat once. So this actually can help you even with the situation that I mentioned before, because although you are eating one time and throughout the entire day, you're eating one time, but you have a flexibility of 4 hours to do that. So some days might be just 20 hours of fasting, some days might be 22 hours of fasting. It all depends on when you break your fast the day before and then when you break your fast the next day. So if I, for example, eat at 4 o'clock because my window's from 2:30 to 6:30 and I eat at 4. If I eat at 4 again the next day, I've done a complete 24-hour fast. But if I decided to eat at 2, I would have done a 22-hour fast. Same thing applies if I eat at 6 to 6:30. If I decide to eat at 2, then it's just a Warrior Diet 20-hour fast, but all within the realm of just eating 1 meal a day. It is not as constrictive as just having one specific hour, so it allows you more freedom. Now, you can do it with 1 hour, but this is 5 ways to improve your OMAD experience or OMAD plan if it's not working as quickly or as efficiently as you like. So do you have to do the WarMad plan? No, but it gives you a little bit more peace of mind knowing that you're within the range. Plus, it also gives you the versatility to jump from OMAD to the Warrior Diet, back to OMAD, and back to the Warrior Diet virtually whenever you like, because you're always within the same windows that you need to be for both of them to work correctly. Counting your macronutrients, counting your calories. Now, I know that OMAD allows for you to do it and be really successful in it without counting calories, because it is a very limiting to how many calories you actually can eat since you're only eating one time. However, some people can actually go over that number, especially if you're not obese, but you're just overweight. You have a possibility that, depending on how much tolerance you have in taking in food when you eat, to go over the limit, the caloric limit that you're supposed to have for the day. So I implore you, if you're doing OMAD and it isn't working for you for weight loss and you're not seeing the weight coming off, and it's just so many days or so many months and it's really stagnant throughout that time frame, of course, remember, fat loss is the most important thing. You might not see weight loss, but if you're having fat loss, then you're moving in the correct direction. But if you're not seeing weight loss for such a long time, there might be something wrong there with the macronutrients. If you measure your caloric intake, then you would know how much exactly you're putting in your body, and there will be no excuse. Remember guys, intermittent fasting helps you burn body fat more efficiently than anything else because of the insulin dropping and the focus on the body fat as energy. However, calories in versus calories out will still be really important because it's what allows you to actually reduce the weight. It's what allows you to give the body fat calories to your body to use for energy. So if you're not seeing weight loss for a long period of time, I would suggest that although you're doing a protocol that assists you in controlling your calories because it's just one meal a day, I will implore you to please try to go ahead and count your calories so that you know exactly how much you're eating. And because it's just one meal, it isn't that bad, guys. If you just do it for one meal, it's not like you're counting your calories for 3 meals or 6 meals. It's just one meal. So if you prepare it, know how much it is. If you have a scale for your food at home, you just test it out, see what it is. You can test the weight, see how much ounces it is, and correlate that to how much calories per serving, and you'll be all set. It's just one meal, guys. It's not that hard. And trust me, if you're not seeing weight loss, this will put you in the right direction. Yes, this is something extremely good that I love to do, is that I love to have multiple different meals within my one meal. Because I'm allowed so many calories in one shot, I love to have different plates of entirely different foods. For example, I'll have toast with avocado, tomatoes, and mozzarella cheese in one plate, and then I'll have like a bell pepper taco with ground beef sprinkled with cheddar cheese on another plate, while also having oatmeal with fruits and almonds in one bowl. So I will have all of that on my table, and I will eat every single one of those things all in one sitting, and it is such a delight to be able to just eat all these things at once and just experience all these different tastes simultaneously, or at the pace that I want. I can eat one plate, then the next one, then the next one, all while still maintaining my caloric deficit. If you have the time to do it, it will definitely heighten your experience because it will feel really, really good having all of these different flavors, different meals, while still being at the caloric deficit that you need. You should definitely try it. Multiple plates for your one meal a day. You want to go lower carbs because it will help you in the long run. Everything is incremental when it comes to all of this insulin and body fat burning. So you want to add more elements to it that'll allow the body fat burning to be as quick or as enhanced as possible. So the lower the sugar, the lower the carbs, the lower the glucose, that means that your insulin doesn't have to work as hard, which means it doesn't have to go as high. So if you're eating, it's not going to jump as high as it would if you were introducing carbs into your meal. Now, an easy way to do this is, and I'm not sponsored by them at all, is MyFitnessPal. It could actually give you a whole list of recipes or meals that you can choose based off of your caloric goals and based off of if you want low carb or if you want high carb, if you want higher protein, if you want higher fats. You can actually set that up. Just click the button and it will give you so many different examples. It is really, really fantastic. I definitely recommend it. If you don't want to have to think about, whoa, what's this calorie and what's this macronutrient and how is this more, is this less? It'll actually break everything down for you. Once you have it all in a list, you can actually just check the total amount. It'll tell you how many carbs, how many proteins, how many fats. So the lower the carbs, the better. And I'm gonna go ahead and add this one bonus for you guys because of course I love you guys. So this one bonus is compound exercise. Is it needed? No, but it will definitely help boost your OMAD protocol. And the reason it will help boost your OMAD protocol is because the more muscle you have on your body, the more anabolic your body becomes. It will, one, send the signals to protect your muscles, and two, send the signal to take more of your calories from your body fat and to make sure to reallocate the calories that come into your body into your muscle. You could do isolation, but compound exercises is where it's at. The best compound exercise, in my humble opinion, one that tackles nearly every muscle group in your body, is the deadlift. That tackles your arms, your triceps, your biceps, your forearms, your legs, your calves, your lower back, your core. This is one of those workouts that you want in your tool belt. And if you build the muscle, if you work on the muscle every day, even if you're not building it, simply working on it will send the correct signals to your body to add more calories to your muscles, which means it will starve your fat even more. Plus, because you're doing it in a fasted state, yes, you want to do this in a fasted state, you're also burning more body fat at the same exact time. Trust me, this is a good bonus thing to have that will move you in the right direction. I hope this video has helped you guys, and I want to thank my Patreons for my Patreon, and I'm gonna put their names right up here.